beautiful baby. And let me start off by giving a shout out to my subscribers, both new and old. Hey, what's up, y'all? If this is your first time seeing this face and or hearing this voice, welcome. I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that right here on this channel. Whether it's blend jet, mixology, spiritual talks, real talks, perfume hauls, jewelry hauls, television reviews, music reviews, video game reviews, gadget reviews. If you can think it, it's a good chance that I do it right here. Why? Because I know that you are more than one facet. I know that you are multi-dimensional. So why give you just one facet when we can turn the diamond and give you all of it? Now, doesn't that sound fun? Now, for those of you who have been here for a while, hey, y'all already know how we get it done on this channel. We're all just one big happy lit family, and that's just what it is. All right, y'all, this video is for my spiritual realists and my contradictors, because this is where we redefine what a Christian looks like. We have fun, we learn about God, we dive deeper, and we have fun while doing it. This is a safe place for us. Now, we're going to be learning from and talking about the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10. Again, that's Isaiah 41 and 10. And I'm going to give you guys some time to get there while I get there as well. I hope that you guys are definitely having a good month. We're just starting off into April. Y'all, time is not waiting for anyone. So I definitely hope that you are manifesting and just doing things that you have always wanted to do. If you need more time, you can definitely pause the video right here. It is after the book of Proverbs. And it reads, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." He is definitely trying to get a message to us with this verse. So, what is the message that he is trying to get to us? Why don't we just go ahead and just dive right into it? Okay, this verse was written by King Hezekiah. He was the young king of Judah, because at the time when he ruled, he was just 25. And not only that, but he was one of the most obedient, if not the most obedient to God. Now, when this verse was written, it had one purpose, it had one intent. And that intent was to encourage the Babylonians and just really comfort the children of Israel, the nation, just as a whole. In this text, God reminds us in only the way that he can is that he will always have our back. We are to be encouraged and not fearful. He will uphold us with his righteous right hand so that we can always stand 10 toes down no matter what the case may be. And it also shows us the uselessness of other gods, other entities, and other idols, simply because they can't see the past, y'all, and they can't declare things in our future neither. So why even bother with those other gods, those other idols, this, that, and the third? It is reassurance that he will give us the strength that we need to weather whatever storm, whatever life throws at us, and all those good things. It is his promise to us. like I just said, that when fear comes, because it will come, whether we want it to or not, because at the end of the day, we're all human. And we all have things that we worry about, that we're fearful of, and that, we struggle with. It's just part of being human. It's why we need God in the first place. But when these things happen, when these things occur, He's basically telling us He's going to be right there to lift us up and to strengthen us. All we have to do is put faith in Him and trust Him. Because fear is the opposite of faith. Well, at least that's the worldly meaning. But of course, the biblical meaning of fear is to, love God and give reference to God. But in this context, we're talking about fear being a lack of faith. Because, we all have worries, like I just said, whether we're worrying about our kids and they could be little, they could think they grown, or they can actually be grown. We still gonna worry about them, wondering how they doing, if they okay, if it's anything they struggling with. And as well as we have a lot of worries ourselves, we have a lot of things we struggle with ourselves. For one, we worried about, is we gonna have enough to pay our, just everyday bills? We gonna have enough for that rent when it's due on the 1st or the 15th? Is we gonna have enough coins to pay it? Can we afford, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, basically. And a perfect example of this is, I know we all remember the homie Peter. Now, this story is somewhere in Matthew, if you guys want to check it out and read it for yourself. But the homie Peter was with God, and they was in the middle of the water, in the middle of the sea, when it was a really bad storm going on. And y'all, if y'all can remember, the weather was horrible, y'all. It was raining, thunder, lightning, wind, you name it, and it was doing it. And God walked into the middle of the ocean, and He, wanted Peter, to come with Him. He wanted him to stand at His right hand side. And, Peter's like, he looking around. But he's like, you know what? Okay, bet. And he takes one step, and he takes another step, or however many he took. Mind you, his eyes were on God while he was taking those steps. But the minute he took his eyes off of God, he began to sink. That happens to us every day, y'all. At some point about something. We know what God is going to do. We know what He said. We know that He told us that it was going to be okay. But still, at some point, that worldly fear creeps in, and we take our eyes off God, and we begin to go down. Now, does God get mad with us when this happens? Is He disappointed in us because we have fear and we're fearful of things? No, not at all. That's why He wrote this love letter to us known as the Bible, because He's telling us how we can deal with those things. It's all right here in His love letter. All we got to do is pick it up and read it sometime. Because He already know it's going to come, because it's already written. Our destiny is already written. We just got to get to it. So He already knows our whatever that we think we're trying to keep from Him. He already knows it. So He's not disappointed in us having it. He just wants to help us get through it. So what does He do? When this begins to happen to Peter, he just, automatically, immediately, because it's second nature to him, he just grabs him and pulls him up. And, that's just that. So, yes, we can believe in God and still have fear. And this happens because we think in our little minds that we have God all figured out, and we think we know how He gonna come to help us. And that's a lot of times where we get it twisted, y'all, because how we gonna know how He gonna come? We not supposed to know that. We not supposed to understand it. We just supposed to rock with it and ride with it. But we don't always do that. And because if we did know how he was coming, wouldn't that make us God? And we ain't God, and we need him. Just no. We ain't even finna go into all that. Okay. But in closing, it is important to understand why God tells us to not be afraid and to not have fear. He don't tell us that because we not gonna struggle or because life has no struggles. He don't tell us that because life is easy, because Lord knows that life ain't nothing about this thing called life easy, y'all. And the trials are gonna come, the struggles are gonna come. But he tells us to not be afraid because he's gonna be there right with us the whole time, walking with us. He's gonna be right by our side. He's gonna be right with us no matter what. All we gotta do is just believe that he's there, and baby, he is there. Now that should make you feel so good to know that no matter what, you got a partner with you that's gonna always be ride or die, gonna always be 100 with you through thick and thin. No matter what you go through, no matter what it look like, taste like, smell like, feel like, they're gonna be right there taking it with you. They're gonna be right there rocking with you, fighting with you, getting through it right there with you. All you gotta do is believe. All you gotta do is be with him on his right hand side, because that is his righteous side. Because I make sure every time I pray that I always pray to God, that I always ask him to sit at the Father's right hand side, because that is the side, that is this righteous side, that is the side that he upholds us with. So that is super duper important. So yeah, we're gonna close this video up right here. If you've been still rocking with me, if you have made it to this point, go ahead and like this video. And then after you like this video, go ahead and leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. Did you learn anything new from anything I said? What have you learned in the past about Isaiah 41 and 10? And let's just chop it up about it. And then after you do all that, I need you to ring that bell so that you can be notified every time I post. Because you don't want to miss any of this fire that I got ready for y'all. You don't want to miss any of that. Okay, and there's one last thing I need my Mocha Latte gang to do. I need y'all to stay blessed. I need y'all to stay